Damn, look at that drum set. Oh, I'm just messing around, guys. I'm just saying, I like my drum set. I like it. It's awesome. And I am going to recover that bass drum. I will. It will match some way. I have samples coming. Anyway, today I'm going to be showing you how you can make your snare, or I guess any of these drums, look pretty badass like this. Like rewrap it, put some wood. This is a vinyl, like a wood looking vinyl that I just rewrapped and put a Roland power ply. This is what I've been using as my snare. And kind of cool, somebody commented, is that an acoustic snare that you're just miking and mixing it with the Alesis Strike sounds? And, no, obviously now it's just, the Alesis snare that I recovered. But the fact that somebody even said that is pretty awesome, that they think the sounds that they were hearing was a mic'd snare drum, an acoustic snare drum, that says a lot about the quality of the sound that you're getting out of the Strike, um, when you get it dialed in and everything. Anyway, moving on. So you're gonna want to have your snare, or whatever drum you're recovering. This is a tom I'm using for demonstration purposes. I'm not actually going to recover it, but you're going to want to put it on a flat surface, because can you see the bottom of these things that are holding the tension rods on? They're not actually attached to the wood shell here. So it's the wood shells is kind of like sandwiched in between. That's why you want to have it on the solid ground, because if you do that, if this is holding on to the rack and then you take the top head off, the whole bottom's just going to fall right out, and I don't even want to, probably mess it up. So once you got that off, you're going to take the head off. Look inside. It's cool. There's all these foam rods. Some people say that these foam rods fall over, but I mean, again, stay positive, man. If you want this to work out, a foam rod, glue it back. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. Let's make it happen here. So, all you got to do now is there's two jacks, and I guess if it's a tom, you'll have to unscrew that. Let's see, have a look inside here. Yeah, so there's some screws to take that mount off. You're gonna have to take the mount off. But actually, let me take this foam out really quick. All right, so I got that foam out. Now you can see kind of what you're dealing with inside the drum. It's kind of cool. So you got these inside of the two jacks you're going to be taking out. If it's a tom, unscrew. I think that's, I can't see. I think it's just a Phillips screwdriver that you just got to use to undo that and take that off. I'm not going to do that, but I will show you. So this, all you need on this to get this bolt off is, I used for mine, these. That's all I used. So I just, you hold one end and then you loosen. What you want to do, you want to make sure you're very careful when you're holding this jack. Make sure you're not pressing any of these wires that are soldered. Same thing with that one. You got to be kind of delicate with it. Try to hold it as close to this blue thing. Something that's not, this is just a circuit board, so you want to be really, really gentle. But you'd be surprised. Some of these, and this knob that you're going to have to take off. I just used these, and you pull straight out on that sensitivity knob, and that'll slide right off so you can get to the bolt. Just be very careful, so hold this inside, loosen that. I'm going to do that really quick, and get right back. Alright, so, those bolts were very loose. I just kind of held it inside a little bit, and it just takes a light turn, and then you can pretty much do the rest, with by hand. And just remember, always stay, kind of organized, so you know what goes with what. They're probably the same, but make sure that, that's for the sensitivity knob, and the other one, I don't know if it makes a difference. But so all you're gonna do now that you have the knob off, the bolts off, is you're gonna pull this through. Kind of a blurry angle there. So you pull that through, and then we'll take the shell off. Now that you got the shell out, just slide the other part aside. You're gonna want to start getting your wrap ready, but you can make sure everything is out of the shell. You can see I went ahead and took the mount off, just so I can show you a little bit better here. But yeah, so now you want to get your wrap out, and here's what I suggest: is put the shell with the bearing edge on the ground, because that's where you're gonna have the the like some leeway. You're gonna have to trim that down later. But so I put the bearing edge in the ground and get your wrap out. So here's the big sheet of wrap I have left. I can do 3 more drums if I really wanted to. But yeah, get it rolled out, and you'll see on the back, there's usually some type of, where you can measure and cut like a straight line. So for this drum, hold on, I'll flip this around. I'll show you. One drum, gotta be careful, the thing's gonna walk away on you. So you put the drum, see how it's, for this wrap anyway, the one shell is like just the right width. It fits right in between one of those. So you're just gonna cut a strip off if you're using this. Otherwise, you don't measure it. Leave yourself a little bit of extra room just in case you're not straight when you're putting the wrap on, and cut a strip off. So I'll do that real quick. All right, so you got that all cut out. Got the strip cut out, and you're gonna want to wrap it around the drum. And so this is how I like to do it, because you line it up at the bottom. There's some left over on top. You might want to lift the drum up and put it so it's like vertical like that. And you don't want to just hold it. And I actually used a little piece of tape on the one end that I'm starting with, and then wrap it around the drum before you start sticking it on. And hold on. So it'll be kind of like that. See how there's room on like all around the drum, and I'm kind of pulling it tight where I have it, where I'm going to start and end the wrap. And then all you're going to do is, probably tape this end, or tape one end anyway, and pull it tight again. And then you're going to start peeling off the back of this and just start sticking it on. When you get all the way around the drum, you'll have a little bit left over here, and then you're going to you'll cut it off, and then you'll have a little bit extra. You can see what I did on my other one. So where it ended, I didn't like where the seam was. You can see the little bubble there. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. But there's a little bubble where the actual wrap overlapped here, and I didn't like that seam because it was like elevated. So I cut a little bit of the extra wrap off and put it over that. I mean, if that's going to bother you, then you might. I mean, you know what I should have done? You should have just, I should have just made it longer so it wrapped over that, but I was, experimenting. I don't know. I think it looks fine. So, that's pretty much it. And once you get the wrap put on, you're going to, find where these holes are. Use like a Phillips screwdriver to poke through the wrap. Oh, you know what? I missed one thing here. You got to take the logo off. Sorry about that. I know. Okay, so for this logo, you'll undo these screws. This is terrible now, right? I'm out of order. So for the logo, you undo the screws. You get a small knife or fishing line or something. This is aluminum, so you don't want to bend up on this logo because it'll like stay in that shape. So use a knife. All I did was use a knife. Like, say if this is a knife, I slid it under, and I just started like this and sliding the glue. And then I started from the other end. You're gonna want to do that all the way around, and the logo will slide off after you've taken the screws out, of course. And that'll still have some sticky on it. So once that comes off, and don't worry if it gets a little bit bent, because you're going to put it back. It has sticky on it still, and you're going to be putting the screws back into the drum. But try to keep it as smooth as possible so it looks like nothing happened. Mine wasn't perfect. So that's the only thing. So sorry about that. So then you take that off. Once the wrap's on, these holes are actually kind of hard to find once the wrap's on. But, feel around, and you can kind of see on the inside. If you have something small enough to go through there, to poke through the wrap. Otherwise, I just kind of like, see where that is, and then feel on the other side, and then kind of guess. If you have like a screwdriver, I pushed in a little bit, and you'll find a dent where the actual holes are, and then that's where you put your screws in. So anyway, I hope that helped. One quick thing really quick. One quick thing really quick. I'm selling this bass drum, the original bass drum from the Alesis Strike. Nothing's wrong with it. I'm just using a bass drum conversion now. And so yeah, I'm going to be selling it. And I did a little mod on it. I raised these legs out because a lot of people were having issues with when you kick it, it like does too much of this, and then they're having like issues. I mean, I kind of fixed it all I did was drill 2 more holes and raise the leg up a little bit, so it's almost about like halfway up. And also, if you can see, the legs are wider, so it's going to be more sturdy, and they're higher up. So when you're actually the point of contact when you're kicking the drum is about right where the legs start. So it's going to hold a lot better. If you're interested in that, let me know. I think I'm asking like, I don't know, 180 or something. Not a lot. But yeah, I am selling that. All right, anyway, thanks for watching my video. I hope this helped. And, for everything, if you want to do anything DIY, it's not that hard. Stay positive, and you can get it done. All right, thanks for watching.